The Wall Street Journal's conservative editorial page is praising Republican senators for derailing the nomination of Matt Gaetz as Attorney General, saying he not only helped the country, but Donald Trump as well. That devastating House Ethics Committee report, says the Journal, vindicates the skeptical GOP lawmakers. Quote, the Senate's advise and consent role is to protect the country from unfit nominees. By doing that job well, Republican senators can also protect Mr. Trump from his worst decisions. The former congressman explained why he withdrew his bid to run the Justice Department at a Turning Point USA conference.
I saw the writing on the wall and that my nomination would cause a delay of the important work that we see ahead. And that is because there remain anti-Trump forces within the Republican conference in the United States Senate. And President Trump needs an attorney general on day one.
Now, there are legitimate questions about the timing here, although the press doesn't seem very interested in that. Why release the report now when Gaetz has already resigned from Congress? And I have to point out, federal prosecutors investigated this whole mess and brought no charges against the Florida Republican. The ethics report found substantial evidence that Gaetz committed statutory rape by sleeping with a 17-year-old. The report says he generally paid $400 for young women to come to Washington or New York for sexual encounters, that he took such illegal drugs as cocaine and ecstasy, that he accepted improper gifts, that he violated federal and state laws. Now, Gaetz paid one woman $5,000 over 2 years, according to the report. Another said the use of drugs impaired her ability to fully consent. Matt Gaetz posted this: in my single days, I often sent funds to women I dated. I never had sexual contact with someone under 18. Any claim that I would have been destroyed in court, which is why that no such claim was ever made in court. It's embarrassing, though not criminal, that I probably partied, womanized, drank, and smoked more than I should have earlier in life. Liberal pundits quickly piled on.
The results that have come from this investigation, I emphasize the adjective that they're salacious, but they're criminal in nature.
Donald Trump made the most inappropriate choice of attorney general in history.
I don't make much of it because most of the details or most of the stories that we heard, we already knew. I mean, a lot of this stuff was already swirling in the public domain anyway.
Fox News mainly stuck to straight news reports, with a couple of exceptions.
Department of Justice looked into this. They don't like Matt Gaetz about as much as a lot of people on the Hill don't like Matt Gaetz. And they found that the allegations were completely lacking in credibility.
I think it's fair to say this: had the unanimous ethics report been released while Gaetz was still in the running for AG, it would have quickly ended his nomination battle. I'm Howard Kurtz, and this is Media Buzz. Joining us now to analyze the coverage in West Palm Beach, Caroline Downey, a staff writer for National Review. And here with me, Megan Hayes, former top official in the Biden White House and campaign. Caroline, this House ethics report, naturally getting an enormous amount of media attention, paints a pretty devastating portrait of Matt Gaetz, particularly this accusation about him having sex with a 17-year-old high school student.
Of course, this story is juicy for legacy media. Matt Gaetz is an arrogant, blowhard, showboat, and playboy involved in a sex scandal, and he made it really easy for legacy media to hate him because he liked to sow chaos in Congress for only really self-aggrandizing reasons. But Howie, you mentioned in your opening monologue